welcome to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have Mayor Lee Dragna with the City of Morgan City. I'm talking pretty quickly because there's a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, I think this is maybe hot off the press, pretty big news, and I don't think a lot of people know about this, but we're understanding that Morgan City may be either acquiring assets or either acquiring the company Lake End Rentals, which is the rental company that rents out pontoon boats and golf carts and all the makings of a, beach rental equipment, I should say.
Yeah, most definitely. So you didn't hear from me, right? Right. So I want to make that clear. I didn't tell her. She asked me about it. Yes. So they approached us and said, hey, we built this thing for the city. We would like you to just pay us for assets we got in it, and y'all take it over, And the owner, he's got a lot of irons in the fire just like I do, so he's just looking for somebody to keep it going. So we said, yeah, we'd be interested. So right now they're just doing some paperwork and trying to come up with an evaluation of what it's worth, and basically assets only. We can't buy a company. We can't buy proprietary rights or anything.
Gotcha.
It looks like it's going to happen, and sooner than later. So yeah, and we're excited about it too. Our Lake End Park people, they're excited. We already have the people there, so they can help run it.
Okay.
His problem was labor was hard to get and expensive. So we already have the labor there, so we might as well use them.
That was my next question. Did
Perfect.
you have enough manpower for it?
I think we hire a couple people, part-time, seasonal. A lot of people want to work seasonal. But I think it's such an asset for the pontoon boats and on the beach stuff and the golf course that we just cannot not do it.
Yeah.
So because we've seen an increase so much in revenue at the Lake End Park that I attribute at least 50% of that increase to this company being there, right? So we know for a fact that it's working.
Let's stay along that same corridor and move a little bit farther down to Lake End Parkway, and there's a huge pavilion. It looks like an open air pavilion. It looks like it's still under construction. Is it going to be closed in or going to remain open? What kind of amenities will it provide?
It's going to be open, and we've already run all the piping and stuff for electrical. They're almost finished with the concrete inside of it. It's going to be wired for, I think it's either 3 or 4 food trucks. Oh. We're going to put the picnic tables underneath. It's big. It's 60 by 150. It's big.
Yeah, just
and
from the highway.
And it's right off
the
lake. Like you can go eat lunch or supper or whatever you want and just be on the lake. Who gets a view like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
For free.
Okay.
How about that? And then you could rent it and maybe put have a band or whatever. We definitely going to have our 4th of July out there. Not only did we get the fireworks again there, and we're going to be much better with parking, right? But we also paid extra for a extra long finale at the end. So when the finale of the fireworks happens, it's going to be something.
Okay.
Right? Actually, I'll be honest with you, I personally paid for that.
Okay.
To add that to the end of it.
Well, I like to have be the first with all this information. So
that just happened 2 days ago.
That's right. Lay it on me. Whatever happened, I want to know about it. So also there's going to be a pier. There's kind of this multi-million-dollar type of grant that the city has applied for, and phase 1 of it is going to include a pier, correct?
Yeah, we're going to call it, well, I would like to call it Pier Park, but I think we'll go out to the people when it's time to name it, right? So it's basically something that we envisioned when I first got into the city. We actually had a 3D of it drawn. I think you might have saw it at one time. It's got shops, it has an amphitheater, it has a big, nice wharf going down to its own beach, right? In a protected lagoon. And the real first phase is building a new marina, right? Because our marina's full, it's always been full. And we started using the free cement, broken cement, to make the pier go out. It's over 300 feet right now. So we located the floating docks to do that. And in the near future, probably by next week, we'll purchase those. Okay. And they'll get shipped in and we'll put them out. And our marina's getting close to being ready to start renting out.
Okay, so you think by summertime?
By the time we get all the pilings and electricity and all that, it'll probably be close to the end of summertime.
Okay.
But the floating pier will be out there and people can use it.
Okay.
You know, we're not going to restrict people from using until we rent the spots.
All right.
You know, so it'd be really nice, all protected. You know, really nice.
All right, sounds good. So far, all this new information that just kind of came
It
down.
just came out like
I'm
last
happy
week.
about it. All right,
Within a week.
awesome. Well, thank you. We're going to take a short break, but we've got 3 more segments to go, so come on back right here on The Voice of the Coast with yours truly. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, we are with Mayor Lee Dragna with the City of Morgan City. Let's get right back into it because, again, lots and lots of updates. I want to actually go into Lakeside Subdivision. I know some of the issues with Lakeside Subdivision that many of the residents have complained about is drainage. And I think right now undergoing smoke testing, and smoke testing pretty much kind of looks for any type of leaks, it pinpoints any problems that you have within the system. Is that correct?
Yeah, so in drainage, that's different than sewer. So drainage, we pretty much fixed it. The pipes are smaller than the capacity of the pump, so nothing we could do about that. We can only pump down and do it. Sewer, the problem is whenever when it rains, it's inundating our sewer system, and we having to pump 24 hours a day in sewer. So we know we have leaks somewhere. Somebody's got a pipe open somewhere trying to drain their backyard and it's just going in the sewer line, or broken lines, and some of them might be broken going into the drain lines.
Okay.
So we're going to find them and we're going to fix them.
Right.
And if it's a personal issue, they got to fix it. We're going to give them ample warning, ample time, a good solution, and we're going to work with everybody to fix it. But we just can't keep it being inundated every time it rains and people can't flush their toilets, take a shower, any of that. So when I heard about all that, I said, we're going to do a smoke test and we're going to fix it.
Yes.
Smoke coming out everywhere. I'm not lying to you. You go over there, look like a 4-alarm fire everywhere. But it's not smoke, it's a fog, right?
Right.
And so if everybody bears with us, we'll slowly get it fixed, and then it'll help the whole system.
Okay. Also, I mean, we're going to talk about grants upon grants upon grants. You guys have been
Pages
just
on
grant out, lots and lots of grants. But you can't really be grants out because grants are very, very important, and you want free money.
Free.
Yes, free is always good. One of the free, I think, is the bike trails. There were at least 3 particular grants that you guys were granted, and we have bike trails. My question is, what about bike lanes?
Well, bike lanes have to do with the width of the streets, right? So I really want to put one on David Drive, but we got to do this study for insurance and for the state and everything. So we're working on finding out who does that study. Bike grants, the bike trails. So we've able to get from Justice Street all the way back to, what do we say? It was past David Drive. It's all the way to Brashear, right? And I want to cut over on Brashear and get on David Drive and make a bike trail, because it's a really wide road.
Yeah.
And then when I get to 70, on the other side of 70, it's complete, right? So we want to jump up there and we'll be done.
Yeah.
That's we did about $300,000, I believe, worth of grants. Now we also put some in, so we probably more like 400, 450 total into it. I think the parish it said it was going to give us 100. I think we might have got some, a little bit, but they got their own problems, so we funded it. So, a lot of people use them. I mean, I am actually astonished at how many bikes and how many people walk on those trails.
Yeah.
And they're really nice.
Now, DOTD is also going to be doing they have a Safe Routes grant as well that you'll be using that money for some other upgrades as far as closing in, I think, some ditches going, especially people who walk to SLCC across the tracks area, and there's some open ditches, and you're going to use that money to close them and then also put sidewalks.
Actually, as DOTD is doing the whole project, so it's under engineering right now. So just so you know, in a grant, if they're doing the engineering, they already been funded, right? And that's millions of dollars. And it's going to go from like around City Hall area, like by the park, down Young's Road to the school, and then from the school back up by the graveyard and come back up to the auditorium. So it's a place where people can park or get dropped off, and they can walk or ride their bike. safely without getting hit or anything like that.
That's a really big area to ride your bike. I actually used to ride my bike back there because it's not as much traffic, and I think the streets are a little bit wider as well.
Yes.
But they do have some ditches there.
Fall offs.
Yes.
If you fell off of it, you get hurt.
That's right.
Yeah,
so that's good that you're addressing that.
And the city will come back after that, and we will put more lights, right? So that people, if they're going to school early or they're going home late, they can do it.
Awesome. Okay, come on back. 2 down, 2 more to go right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Let's get right back into it with Mayor Lee Dragna. Let's talk about there's a business facade grant as well as a homeowners weatherization grant.
Correct.
And and I've seen some of those homes that, you really should do, I think you guys actually do a before and after
Correct.
of how the homes were before versus once they were able to receive the funds from the grant, I think in the amount about $5,000
per house.
per house,
yes.
which, may not
Actually,
seem like
it's
a
more than
lot,
that.
but.
It's more than that. It's little small fixes need to be done.
Right, so they get a chance, they'll paint, give it a nice coat of paint.
Caulk around the windows.
Right.
Paint, and if any little small things, they'll fix it.
Right.
Up to $5,000.
Yeah, so I've seen some of the homes, really, really nice, and there's still money out there, correct?
A little bit.
A little bit. So that means jump on it. And it does go by income, and also just some other stipulations. You cannot be, I guess, a landlord or a property. You have to live in the home and own the home. So those are a couple of stipulations.
And it's just because we can't fix somebody else's house.
Right, gotcha.
And then you were talking about
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me make sure I'm clear. Excuse me. Yes, you have to be the property owner. Correct. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. You have to be the property owner. So make sure I'm clear on that.
That's correct.
But the business facade, we want to get into that too. You guys are actually nearly done with that, and that means there's a match from the business owner that they must meet in order to receive the grant.
That's correct. So up to $10,000 you could receive, but you have to pay 25%, right? So basically, if you do like $12,500, we give you 10.
Right.
You put up 2,500. That was received so well that if you go around town and see all these businesses that are fixed up in the front that never work, it's because of this. So we gave out 30 grants, and 28 of them are finished. The other ones are just waiting on signage to come in. It's my understanding we have enough for like 2 more. That we found some funds and stuck it in there, and I forgot to tell you that.
Okay.
There's enough for 2 more. If anybody wants the up to $10,000 free, call City Hall and tell them you want the business facade grant. They have 2 left, and they go quick. I just found this out a couple days ago.
I told you, hot off the press.
Free money.
Yes, indeed.
And that's a grant that the city made to help the people of the city.
Just recently, you guys just did, actually I had Vanessa Spinella, who's now the director of the Morgan City Auditorium. She came in and at the time it hadn't yet rolled out, but now that we're in the month of April, Sunset at the Dock, and then of course Rockin' the Dock in April, my birthday month, just so I'm saying, But anyway, Sunset at the Dock was well received. You had your very first one, April.
Last night.
What today is? 6th, 7th? So it was the 4th.
Sorry,
it's the 4th. Yeah, April 4th. I got to date it just in case. When I click. Yeah, so April 4th. First one, how was it? I saw you in one of the pictures.
There was 80-something people there on the first one, and I got so many phone calls about it. It was perfect weather.
Yes.
Perfect food. They had nice tables with the tablecloths and nice chairs on the dock.
Yes.
And you watch the sun just go right below the seawall on the other side. It was perfect.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be this month, every Wednesday in April. And then on Fridays, every Friday in April, we're doing Rockin' the Dock, which is completely booked. Okay. So fully funded, fully booked from donations.
Okay.
People want to see it, so they paying for it. We've got some really good bands too.
Okay.
And that starts on Friday.
Now, is that going to be on the other side? Is it going to be on the wharf side?
Well, it's in the hole of the seawall, facing out on the street.
Gotcha.
Almost exactly the same place
like
that Rhythm
on
was,
the river.
but it's facing the 3 streets,
Gotcha.
right? So you got more room to sit.
Okay.
Up
gotcha.
closer, right? And a bigger dance floor right
Okay.
there. It worked out great.
And obviously the business owners in that area are aware.
Oh no, they want it.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll
Okay,
be
good.
open. Like the restaurant, JoJo's, they're going to be serving food, and again, I'm presuming they're going to sell beer or water or something like
Okay.
that. But I heard there going to be a couple food trucks there too. You know,
Okay.
so these food trucks are getting big.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting big.
Okay.
So
We're going to save the rest of these questions. We're going to come back. So we 3 down, 1 more to go. So I'll be talking pretty quickly so I can get it
Okay.
all out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask the questions that you and the answers you want from the mayor while I have him here. So come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back. Talking fast once again. Let's get right into it because this is pretty
Yep.
big news. A new water treatment plant secured.
secured, signing a contract on the 17th of this month.
Where are we getting this money from?
Free money. We get
Oh,
water
okay.
sector grant, $4 million, match money from the city, but that came from ARPA funds, free money. The city got $1 million. Then we turned around, went to USDA and got another $7 million, which 50% of it is forgiven. The other 50% of it is paid back to them at almost no interest through the savings of chemicals, a very important word, and labor because it's so automated. So basically, what actually cost the city payers $0 for $12 million.
I need a timeline. I need to know when we're looking at having this done.
We should have it built before the end of this year.
So we're looking at a new water treatment plant before 2025.
And we'll have double our capacity. Because you know, we sell water to Amelia, we sell water to Stevensville, and it puts us in a bind. So we need to have, we're gonna have another 1 million gallons of storage. We're gonna have less chemicals in the water. We're gonna have less people gotta run it, which the people are retiring anyway, and we don't have enough certified people to do it. The chemical part is my big deal.
Okay.
Chemicals
State
are
of the
very
art.
expensive, state of the art, the best that money can buy.
Okay, now I don't know too much
Free.
about this, but I know we got this as a big deal for our area. Kind of expound on it. Gas pipeline. It's a grant that's out there as well to upgrade the pipelines.
It's
pretty
not
much.
out there. We have it.
Okay,
We
okay.
have the money, and we are under engineering. It's the Biden administration, but it's through ARPA. They gave out 25 grants in the whole country, and our grant writer got the second biggest grant in the whole country.
And that is going to change out.
It's going
Pipes?
to change out old PVC pipe
Okay.
to new poly pipe. I know it sounds about the same, but it's really not. The
Okay.
problem is everybody wants a generator, and that means we have to up the pressure. The PVC can't hold the pressure, so we have to tell everybody you can't have generators, no new generators. This is going to change that, game changer. Once we change this pipe, and most of it's in Lakeside and a little bit behind the tracks.
Okay.
Everybody else is already changed out.
Okay.
So this is right at $7 million for free, no match.
What do we know about this 182 bridge? I know it's a DOTD project, but it's Morgan City Berwick Bridge. Any update?
I was told, I don't know, how, it could push, you know, with weather, but I was told that they're going to pour the concrete on the deck sometime in late May, where they had to bust out the deck over Morgan City. And I was told late August, September, they're going to be finished.
Okay.
Finish. That's optimistic to me, but hey, man.
I try to remain optimistic too. So
Look, they're going much better. They're nice and neat. They don't have stuff flying all over the place like the last contractor. It's a way better job. Let me let you know. I've been up there and I looked, and they're much more professional too.
new city website.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a while.
When we expect that to roll out?
Right now, as we speak, our people got their last training. So they're updating all the wording and all of the things. I would have to say in the next couple weeks it'll roll out.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
I think it's awesome. A local guy built it, right? I don't think I can say names, but and it's been on the shelf because we were trying to save money and we were trying to use some local assets from one of the companies that we deal with for reporting problems and permits and all, and it just didn't mingle.
Well, it looks like it's
So-
going to go hand in hand because there's also an Explore app, which is the walking app, which is out and it's rolling.
Yeah.
And I think they're adding to it
A lot of people are using
all the time.
it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people from out of town and country that, cause we can see who it is, right? Everybody. And you would not believe how many people use it. Or just go to it before they get here.
Okay, I got a 1 minute, so I'm trying to get in. You mentioned out-of-towners, people from out of the country. Last year, Christmas time, Spirit of Morgan City Festival, 5,000 people is what you said. You think it will have the same?
We can guarantee that because we got this system now that they bing cell phones. There was 4,500 cell phones in that 3-hour period.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Oh, we high tech now.
All right. Mural. There was a mural contest.
A local guy won. I'll let them advertise the person, but it will be up in the next couple weeks, and it'll be on that building right next to the new bridge.
All right. Are you running again?
I am definitely running again. I have to finish these $30 million worth of projects that I started.
All right. I think I got everything, y'all. Tell me how I did. I don't know. I think I got all the questions. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to always subscribe to us, KWBJ TV 22. I'm your host, Danica Long. Take care.
Thank you.